So hi friends, welcome to TP Chennai. In this video we will see SBI Clerical Mains 2020 memory based question. It is SBI Clerical Mains 2020 memory based question. First we will see some of the arithmetic question, then we will see quantity 1, quantity 2 and then we will see data sufficiency. So first question is based upon arithmetic here. In a town A and B, ratio of male and female are 5:3 and 5:1. Male in A are 500 less than male in town B. That means male in town A are 500 less than male in town B. If population of both the town is same, find the total number of female in both the town. So you have two towns A and B. So here you are having male is to female and here you are having male is to female. In town A, ratio is 5:3. In town B, ratio is 5:1. Right? Now they have given one condition. Population of both the town is same. But here when you see, this is 8, this is 6. Here total is 8, here total is 6. It is not same. We need to make it same. How? Multiply with the LCM. What is the LCM of 8 and 6? 24. That means here we have to multiply by 3 and here we have to multiply by 4. This is 15, this is 9, this is 20, this is 4. Now they have given here male in A are 500 less than male in town B. So male in town A is 15, male in town B is 20. How much here gap? 5. 5 part is 500. So 1 part is 100. Now what they are asking? Find the total female in both the towns. So female is 9 here, female is 4 here. 9 plus 4, 13. So 13 part is how much? 1300. So my answer is nothing but third option. 1300 is the answer. So now we'll see question number 2. A man invests certain amount in scheme A on simple interest for 2 years at certain rate of interest. He invested rupees 5,000 more for 5 years at twice rate of interest in scheme B. His interest received from B is 10 times of interest received from scheme A. Find the amount invested in scheme A or scheme B. Right? So two schemes are there. Scheme A, scheme B. So I don't know what will be his principal amount in scheme A. So let us assume that value is X. Time is 2 years and rate of interest is something R%. In scheme B, he invested 5,000 more. So X plus 5,000. Time is 5 years and rate of interest is 2%. Right? Twice. Now they are saying that his interest received from scheme B is 10 times interest from scheme A. Scheme B, what is the value? X plus 5,000 into 10R is equal to 10 times of scheme A. So 2R into X. Right? So 10 and 10 will be cancelled. R and R will go out. 2x minus x, this is 2x. 2x minus x is x. X is equal to 5,000. What they are asking? Find the amount invested in scheme A. Scheme A is nothing but x only. So my answer is 5,000, which is third option. So now we'll see question number 3. If a man sold a watch for rupees 4,000, he would suffer a loss in the transaction. If he sold same watch for rupees 5,000, he would gain in the transaction, which is 2 by 3 of the loss. Find his cost price, right? Okay, so I am writing here CP. This is profit case and this is loss case. When profit was there, his selling price was 5,000. Right? It is 5,000. When loss was there, his selling price was 4,000. Now they are saying that if he sold same watch for rupees 5,000, he would gain the transaction which is 2 by 3 of loss. That means if loss is here, so minus 3x, here it is 2x. Right? Because gain is 2 by 3 of loss. So gap is how much? 2x minus minus, so this is 5x is equal to, here how much gap is there? 1000. So x is equal to how much? 200. Right? So this is how much? 400. This is how much? Minus 600. So here he is getting profit. That means if you subtract 400 from 5000, you will get cost price, right? Or if you add 600 on 4000, you will get cost price. So 5000 minus 4000, what is the answer? 4600, which is third option. Third option is the answer. So now we'll see question number 4. Monthly income of A is rupees 11,000 more than that of B. A spent 15% of his salary and B spent 10% of his salary in rent. A and B each spent 10% in household item. If the difference between the savings of A and B, that means A is greater than B, is rupees 7,000, find the monthly salary of B. Right? So equation method is there. For example, A plus B is equal to 11,000. If A's income is X, B's income is 11,000 minus X. Saving part is difference you can calculate, right? But we will see this question by ratio method, right? So I am writing here income and I am writing here saving. This is A, this is B. Observe carefully. Initially A spent 15% of his income in rent. After that A spent 10% on household. That means totally A spent how much? 15 plus 10, which is 25%. What is 25% fraction value? 1 by 4. If income of A is 4, he spent 1. So what about saving? 3. Similarly, B spent 10% of his salary on rent and remaining 10% on household item. That means 20%. What is 20% fraction value? 1 by 5. Right? If 5 rupees is income, 1 expense is there, so saving will be 4. Income of A and B together is how much? That means difference how much they have given you? 11,000. Saving difference how much they have given you? 7,000. Now we can solve this question by cross multiplication method. 16 minus 15. One part is how much? 11,000 into 4, 44,000. 7,000 into 5 is 35,000. 44,000 minus 35,000 is 9,000. So one part is nothing but 9,000. So whenever you are solving any question by cross multiplication method, always you can calculate the upper part. That means 4 part is how much then? 36,000. But what they are asking? They are asking monthly salary of B, not monthly salary of A. Monthly salary of A is 36,000 and difference of A and B is 11,000. So B's monthly salary will be how much? 36,000 minus 11,000, which is 25,000. So my answer is nothing but second option. So now we will see question number 5. Some men can do a work in certain number of days. If 8 more men would join them, work would be finished in 40% less time. If 33 1 by 3% less men can finish the same work in 34 days, find 12 men can finish half the work in how many days, right? This question can be solved by M1 D1 method, right? You know very well M1 D1 by W1 is equal to M2 D2 by W2. That is one way. Second way is ratio method, right? If your concepts are clear, if 8 more men join the work would be finished in 40% less time. What is 40% fraction value? 2 by 5. So now I am writing days ratio. If initial days is 5, now 2 less, so it is 3. So work is constant. So capacity ratio will be 3 is to 5. Here how much more? 2. And how much there more? 8. 2 part is 8. So 1 part is 4. So 3 part is 12. So men is nothing but 12. That is from the first line. Second line, if 33 1 by 3% less men can complete the same work in 30 more days. That means capacity. So what is 33%? 33 1 by 3% fraction value? 1 by 3. That means if initial person is 3, now it is 2. 1 less is there. So days or time will be how much? 2 is to 3. Then the same work will take 30 more days. Here how much more? 1. 1 part is 30. So 2 part is how much? 60. So days is 60. When you multiply men or capacity with days, you will get work, right? But no need to multiply, because what we got men as 12 and how much what they are asking? Find 12 men. Men is 12. Days is 60, but we need half of the work. That means days will be half only. That means days will be 30. Answer is nothing but second option. So now we will see question number 6. A rectangular path whose length is 60 meters surrounded by a path whose width is 5 meter. Total cost of flooring the path is rupees 5,50,000 with rate of rupees 500 per square meter. Find the area of the rectangular path. So you have a rectangular path here, right? Rectangular path is here. Length is 60. Width we don't know. Let me assume this is B. And it is surrounded by a path whose width is 5 meter. And width is 5 meter. Right? This is 5. This is also 5. This is also 5. This is also 5. Right? So total length of the surrounded path is almost 60 plus 5 plus 5 70. And breadth is nothing but how much? This B plus 5 plus 5. So B plus 10. So total cost of flooring the path is rupees 5,50,000 with the rate of rupees 500 per square meter. So what is area? Area will be 5,50,000 divided by 500. This is 1100. Right? When you subtract area of the path, I mean how to calculate area of the path? Area of bigger rectangle minus area of smaller rectangle. What is area of bigger rectangle? 70 into B plus 10 minus area of smaller rectangle 60 into B is equal to 1100. Right? 70B minus 10B is equal to 700 will go there, so it is 400. So B will be 40. And once B is 40, what they are asking? Find the area of rectangular path. That means length into breadth 60 into 40. What is the answer? 2400, which is third option. So now we'll see question number 7. Two unbiased dice are thrown. Find the probability of getting 3 as difference in 2 dice. This is related with prelims level question, right? But they are asking mains level examination. 2 dice are thrown. So what will be your sample space? 1 1 1 2 1 3 1 4 1 5 1 6 2 1 2 2. Likewise, it will go till 6 6, and total number of possible outcome is 36. So in each and every row you will get 1 1 difference because 3 difference should be there. So in the first row, I am writing here first row, second row, third row, fourth row, fifth row, sixth row. First row you are having 1, 4. Second row you are having 2, 5. Third row you are having 5, 2. Fourth row you are having 4, 1. Fifth row you are having 5, 2. 5, 2 is over. So 1, 1. This is third row is 3, first row you are having 1, 4. Second row you are having 2, 5. Third row you are having 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 3. So 3, 4, 3, 5, 3, 6 will be there. Sorry. In third row it starts with 3. So 3, 6. 4, 5. Then it will be 6, 6. Right? So probability is nothing but number of favorable cases divided by total number of possible outcome. Number of favorable cases is nothing but how much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And total number of possible outcome is 36. What is the answer? 1/6, which is third option. So now we'll see question number 8. This is based upon quantity 1 and quantity 2 question, right? A man purchased 2 articles for rupees 1800 together. If he sells one article at 15% profit and another at 8% loss, selling price of both the article is same. Quantity on cost price of first article, quantity to cost price of second article. Right? Very simple one. We need to compare only. So one article at 15% profit. First article, let us assume this is A. So A into 115 for the, and selling price is same. Second is getting a loss of 8%, so 92%. So percent will go So what is A by B? A by B is 92 by 115. I am not going to calculate here. I don't need to calculate. Already you know that A is 92, B is 115. That means quantity 1 is less than quantity 2. That is the answer. So now we will see next question of quantity 1 and quantity 2. If product of two integers is 24 times of the difference, if sum of both the integers is 14. Quantity 1 value of greater integer, quantity 2 twice the value of smaller integer. Right? So product of two integer, let us assume that value is xy is 24 times of the difference, so x minus y. Right? Now we can solve this question by algebraic identity, right? But no need to go. By only observation we can say what are my x and y values. Because sum they have given you, sum of the integer is 14. That means x plus y is equal to 14. Now we can find out those two numbers by hit and trial method. 8 and 6, if you substitute here, 8 plus 6 is 14. If you substitute here also, this is 8. That means if x is equal to 8 and y is equal to 6. So xy is 8 into 6, 24. 8 minus 6. So this is 48, this is 48. So here also condition is satisfied. That means x is equal to 8 and y is equal to 6. Value of greater integer, so that is 8. Twice the value of small integer, so 2 into 6, 12. So in 8 and 12, which is greater? 12 is greater. That means quantity 1 is less than quantity 2. So now we'll see question number 9. A, B, C invested in a business in such a way that A invests 1/3 of total investment and investment of B is equal to the investment of A and C. The total profit after a year is rupees 840. Quantity 1 difference between the profit share of B and C. Quantity 2 they have given you rupees 240. Right? So very simple one. A, B, C. A by total. In that A part already I wrote in the numerator. So in the denominator I will write B plus C. A 1 out of total is 3, so B and C will be 2. And investment of B is equal to the investment of A and C. B by A plus C is equal to 1 by 1. Both are equal. Right? Here total is 3. A by A, if you add numerator and denominator in both the cases, A plus B plus C is 3, A plus B plus C is 2. It should be same, right? That means here multiply by 2, here multiply by 2, here multiply by 3, here multiply by 3. So now I am writing here A is to B is to C. A is 2, right? And B is 3. B plus C is 4, so C will be 1. Total profit after a year is rupees 840. What is total part here? 6. 6 part is 840. So 1 part is 140. Quantity 1, difference between the share of B and C. B and C, how much difference? There are 2 parts. So 2 part is how much? 280. Q1 is 280. Q2 is 240. So what is my answer? Q1 is greater than Q2. So now we'll see next question, quantity 1. There are 3 consecutive even numbers. The difference between sum of these numbers and the average of this number is 28. Find the first number. The difference between sum of these number and average this number, or average of this number is 20. If average is x, sum will be 3x. Because 3 numbers are there. And this difference, how much they have given you? 28. So 2x is equal to 28. X is equal to 14. That means average of 3 number is 14. Average of 3 number is 14. This value is 14. And all these 3 numbers are even numbers. So previous even number will be 12 and this is 16. What they are? Find the first number. First number is 12. Q1 is 12. Q2 they have given you 16. So what is my answer? Q1 is less than Q2. So now we'll see next one. Quantity 1. A product is sold at 10% loss. If it is sold at rupees 84 more, then its profit would be 20%. That means in one case 10% loss is there, in one case 20% profit is there. Overall change is 20 plus 10, 30. So 30 part is nothing but how much they have given you? 84 more. So CP will be always 100, so 100 parties. How much? 328, so what is 28 into 10? 280. So my cost price of quantity 1 is 280 and cost price of quantity 2 they have given you 260. So what's my answer? Q1 is greater than Q2. So now we will see next question, which is based upon data sufficiency. If A, B, C together can complete a work in 8 days, find in how many days A alone can complete the whole work. Statement 1, C can complete the work in 24 days. And statement 2, A and B can complete the work in 16 days and B and C can complete the same work in 24 days. Right? So first of all, what is the meaning of data sufficiency? You will be having one statement or question followed by two statements. You have to check. Again I am repeating, you have to check only can you able to get the answer from either statement 1 or statement 2. That means can you able to get the answer from the statement 1 alone, or can you able to get the answer from the statement 2 alone, or together statement 1 and 2 are sufficient to find out the answer, or together statement 1 and 2 itself is not sufficient. That means you are not going to get the answer even after combining first and second statement. So first we will see in the question, if A, B, C can together can complete a work in 8 days. That means A, B, C is nothing but 8 days and A they are asking. This is the question. We have to check only. First statement, C can complete the work in 24 days. If C can complete the work in 24 days, if you keep here also, you are not going to get A and B. That means 1 is not sufficient. Come to second one. A and B can complete the work in 16 days. Okay, if you keep A and B here 16 days, you will get C. And B and C can complete the same work in 24 days. If you keep B and C here 24, you will get A. That is what they are asking. That means statement 2 alone is sufficient to answer the question. That means your answer is second option. So I hope you are clear with the arithmetic question. We have seen quantity 1, quantity 2 question. We have seen one data sufficiency also. You will get some idea. This was a paper which they have asked last year in SBI Clerical Mains Level Examination 2020. So please do subscribe TP Chennai YouTube channel for further updates and videos. And we are having two apps. One is TP Chennai Official, second is TP Chennai. In TP Chennai Official, you are going to get videos of arithmetic, reasoning and quant section along with current affairs. In TP Chennai, you are going to get online mock test series in a reasonable price. So please do purchase online mock test series also. So prepare well. All the best. Thanks a lot.